It's the Bro Show. It's Lucas and Jacob. It continues.
I know we didn't quit after 1 week.
I know a lot of people were worried. We know they aren't gonna last, but we did.
Yeah, I guess we did have a podcast for like 3.5 years, so.
I know, it's honestly just like taking up riding a tricycle again. It's just natural.
Yeah, it does feel natural.
Everything feels natural when you're with me, baby. For full transparency, we're actually recording this the day the first Bro Show 2.0 came out, so we haven't gotten that much feedback yet. No one's really commented about the new theme song.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, because the old theme song, I feel like, to me, it had so much power in it, and it felt so good.
I know, why did we change it?
But the new one, I like even more.
Yeah.
It feels even better.
We went back and forth, but it just didn't feel right going back to the old vibes, you know?
Yeah, I feel like if we are going to do the podcast again, I'm down to like keep the name and stuff, but I feel like there has to be some sort of revamp so it doesn't feel like I'm stuck in time, you know?
That's true. You gotta evolve. So the new theme song is the evolution of the Bro Show. We actually, for the first theme song, we used a producer. We got a professional music producer, but for this one, we were like, you know what? We don't know that much about music, but let's make it ourselves.
And it sounds brilliant.
I think it might be one of the best songs ever made.
I forgot that for the first one. But it was from like something else and then we like repurposed it.
Yeah, it was from my original solo podcast, Important Stuff with Lucas. I had a bunch of guests on, like Tila Dunn. She's that girl who does that TikTok thing, like fun fact, sad fact. I don't know how to swim, and then she turns around and shows her butt. That's like her new thing she's known for.
I know her of a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's like her new thing. But
So,
yeah.
But that podcast, it'd be interesting to see if you kept doing it because you had someone that was like kind of part of Vanderpump Rules on it. So it's funny thinking that there was a award where you kept doing that podcast and like this week you'd be interviewing the people from Love Island or something.
That's true. Who knows what's going on in that dimension where Important Stuff with Lucas is still on the airwaves. Yeah, because I didn't get an actual cast member from Vanderpump Rules, but I did get a cast member's friend, and they had appeared on the show. I don't know if they ever were on the show enough where they got their own confessional, but like they were in some of the scenes.
Yes.
Rachel O'Brien, shout out.
So this week is the last week of July.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
it would be.
Summer is just flying by.
When is like the actual end of summer? Because you know how there's like a date. Is it like in the middle of September?
Oh yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah,
I don't believe in those dates. I go from when school's out to school's in. Even though I'm literally 30, like I still just go by the school year of vibe.
Oh yeah, I actually get that. Like since you went to school for so many years, it just feels like summer is only when like summer break for school is.
And I even like make sure to always download the local school calendar. So then like if they have an off day, like I'll be like, okay, I can't work that day. I'm just kidding, but I should go that far.
I feel like there is people that do that.
And when they have spring break, like that week we won't upload a podcast. It's like, since we do make our own hours as influencers, like we need to have some sort of structure, and that structure is going to be the public school system calendar. This doesn't really have anything to do with public schools, but it kind of made me think of it. On the way to the gym today, there are these people doing a lemonade stand out front, these kids. And it just made me think I always feel like such a dick whenever I see those because I never stop. Like in my neighborhood, I never stop my car. Like on the way to the gym today, I was just avoiding eye contact. It's like, I don't carry cash. Do you guys have a Venmo? And also, I don't really want lemonade.
Oh yeah, I realized like that a while ago when I'm walking through these neighborhoods and I see kids with a lemonade stand. Yeah, first of all, I don't carry cash. But then the bigger reason why I actually don't want it is because it grosses me out. These kids getting this crystal light, mixing it with water.
Ew, and they don't wash their hands.
But then what's even grosser than that is if they took it a step further and tried to make it homemade and they squeeze lemons and stuff. The reason why it's gross is because I just picture kids to never wash their hands. Actually, no, and to be full transparent, I actually don't really think it's gross if people don't wash their hands. I just think it's gross when kids don't because they're like even dirtier than adults.
Oh yeah, if adults don't wash their hands, it's fine. If the Taco Bell workers are just not washing their hands, it's like, I'm okay with that.
I feel like it's different.
Yeah, it is.
I just like realized like, oh, it's not even mean if I don't get lemonade from a lemonade stand because I'm anti-consumerism.
Oh, yeah. The specific lemonade stand today, they were kind of doing a scam business because
It was a pyramid scheme?
Sort of, because they had a sign that said free. And I was like, wait, what? This is all just for fun? But then it said, but we accept donations. It's like they were kind of doing a little bit of a psychological game. You don't have to pay for anything, but you can if you want. So it's kind of like a way to guilt people.
I just want to know now what most lemonade stands do. Do they do actual lemonade or just Crystal Light? Because if you use Crystal Light, then just stay inside.
I honestly think it is just the powder Crystal Light. But it's also like, how many hours are they working? Like, is this legal? Is it following labor laws?
Oh, yeah. I was just about to be annoying and say like, oh, I also don't want to support them because I don't want to be part of some like tax fraud business because are they even going to report it to the IRS?
Oh, wait, yeah. Are they reporting their earnings?
Yeah, probably not. But it's at the end of the day, it's only $10 a day, probably. So
if I go to the gym tomorrow and that lemonade stand dares to be there again, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to say, okay, where are the documents showing that you're keeping track of the payments? Where are these donations going to? Is this a fake charity? Is this a fake front for something? And I'll say, I'm literally going to call the police and shut these fraud businesses down.
So I've like thought this for a while, but it turns out not to be true. But there's other people in our family that thought this too. What I'm about to say is kind of proof that the Mandela effect might just be because our brains get multiple things confused with each other. So the Mandela effect is when like you see like a door and you say, oh, it's spelled D-O-O-R, but it's actually spelled D-U-E-R. Like if for some reason that happened.
The most common one, Berenstain, Bears.
I sneeze. I was about to sneeze.
Well, that's a Mandela effect.
Okay, sorry guys. Not that you can't even see it. It doesn't come through the phone,
Bless
I
you.
guess. Thank you. Okay, so did anyone else think this? Did anyone else, including you? Because I don't think we've talked about it. But did you think the person that voiced SpongeBob was dead?
Oh, yeah. I remember vaguely hearing that.
No, like
Or like somebody, or was it the guy who did what was it? Barnacle Boy and who? Who was it? Mermaid Man? I think Mermaid Man died.
Well, I just remember. No, this sounds so funny because it's not true. But I just remember seeing like an article or a tweet saying that the voice actor of SpongeBob died. And it turns out he's still alive. This proves to me that the Mandela effect might just be because we get things confused, because the person that actually died is the creator of the show, Steven Hillenburg. He died in 2018, and when I jog my memory, I feel like I thought the voice actor of SpongeBob died around 2018. So this is like I said, it's proof that the Mandela effect could just all be fake and we get stuff confused, because I confused the creator of the show SpongeBob with the voice actor who voiced SpongeBob, whose name is Tom Kenny and who is alive and well. I actually don't know if he's well, but I
bet you a lot of people relate to that though. Like they thought he died. Wait, so did I just make up that Mermaid Man died? Now I need to find out.
Okay, so the Mandela effect, I'm pretty sure started with a death. Nelson Mandela. People thought he died in like the 70s or something, but he actually didn't die until 2013. Why is this the original Mandela effect and the Mandela effect that I just experienced have to do with death? Like, does it have something to do with like we just get confused about death or something, so then we think people died but they didn't? I don't know. That's also just weird though too.
I feel like it honestly just goes to like nobody's ever paying attention. Like they're always on their phone, or like they're thinking about like what they're gonna have for dinner. Like no one's fully present. So like when you hear about these deaths, like your mind just fakes what it thinks it heard, and like you get all the facts wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so it turns out the actor who played Mermaid Man did die in 2012. But I'm not trying to brag. This is kind of a weird flex, but I think I was like invited to his funeral.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, I have to fact check this now. One sec, guys.
So everyone from Nickelodeon was invited? Because I'm assuming you haven't met him, right?
I know. Let me see. I have to see if I have an email about this. Okay, yeah. So when you first mentioned this Mandela effect, I wanted to brag that I was invited to his funeral, but I didn't want to be like that person, you know? Like bringing up the invitations you got to funerals 10 years ago, bragging to everyone, like trying to get attention.
I've only been invited to like 3 funerals.
So it turns out I wasn't invited to his funeral. That would be weird because I never had met him. but I thought I was. I'm looking
because
back.
when you said that, I was actually thinking, wait, like it kind of makes sense because he was probably big in the Nickelodeon world, but I was thinking, if you got invited, that means everyone from Victorious got invited, everyone from... But I was like, I guess maybe his funeral had like thousands of people.
But I was invited to, I think he had like a foundation or something. Somebody was celebrating the legacy. Oh, it's his son was celebrating his legacy. And yeah, they said I was invited. His name is Ernest Borgnine, and it was at the Borgnine Movie Star Gala.
Wait.
I don't even think I went though because I was filming something, but yeah, I just wanted to flex on that. R.I.P. Ernest.
So he voiced Barnacle Boy?
Mermaid Man.
Oh, Mermaid Man. Yeah, I used to love SpongeBob. And then I remember there was like, I don't really remember if anyone in my class was like this, but like some people couldn't watch SpongeBob because it was like, do you remember hearing that? Like some parents don't let their kids watch SpongeBob.
I remember the first time I ever heard something like that was this girl in my first grade class was like, yeah, I can't watch Harry Potter because it's witchcraft. And that's when I was like, that's when it actually hit me. I was like, okay, some people are actually like psychotic. It's like, if witchcraft is real, we should all want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go to Hogwarts. But she was saying like, yeah, it's so bad. Like, we went to a Catholic school. So like, everyone read Harry Potter there, though. It was just her. Like, she was extreme.
That's like a whole other like level.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, then I also remember I heard people couldn't watch the Powerpuff Girls because like, it's too violent. And I was like, what? Like it's fun to watch violent things. Like they're beating up bad guys. They're not just beating up people for no reason. But what would be bad about SpongeBob? Like I know Patrick and SpongeBob were married at one point, so.
Yeah, that was probably part of it. It pushed the gay agenda.
That's bad. And also I think
and
they
I
did
feel like
like
people
cuss
also
words.
just kind of thought it like made people dumb or something.
Wait, is that why?
I feel like there probably was some like didn't people actually probably think, even now people think it probably just like makes you so dumb.
I could see that. Also, it was like kind of edgy, you know?
Yeah, like you were saying, like they don't do cuss words, I don't think, but they kind of like do, they kind of sounds like they're doing cuss words.
I know they do those little squeaky sounds and like someone would be cussing.
Yeah, I feel like SpongeBob, it's like a children's show, but it's like one of those shows that like I feel like I could still watch it and kind of be entertained.
Oh, I feel like I for sure would, yeah. It's just genius for all ages.
It has a storyline.
it's brilliant.
But us talking about people not hating things, people not being able to like watch or view things because like it's satanic kind of is what I was thinking of. Because you were talking about Catholic school. And the opposite of Catholic school is Satanism.
Oh yeah, and the girl in first grade did kind of make it seem satanic. She was like, it's witchcraft. Like, that is so bad, my mom said. So I'm pretty sure I was like, that's so stupid. Like, your mom's lying and stuff. Like, we're going and it's fine. Because like, remember I think the first Harry Potter was coming out that night and I was like bragging in the lunch line, like, yeah, I'm going to see the Harry Potter movie tonight in the movie theater. And then she like acted like I was like joining a ritual or something. And it was like, girls, don't try to ruin my night because your mom won't let you watch it. You know what I mean?
She's bitter.
I know, she was bitter.
It just sucks because now she's probably a bitter adult.
Literally.
All because she couldn't watch Harry Potter.
I hope she broke out of it. I have faith that she did.
I know, honestly, she was like 6 back then.
I know, because this particular girl, like she had like a very like bad bitch undertone. So like she was in first grade. Then I know like now like in her 30s, she's rocking it. Like she's fully broken it out. Like she goes to therapy. Her mom's toxic. Like she's cut off her entire family.
But last week when we talked about Maxine, that movie that we watched.
So it is Maxine or is it Maxine?
Maxine. I don't know. I just keep saying Maxine because I thought it was Maxine, but it's probably Maxine. But did we talk about the whole theme throughout the movie, Satanic Panic?
No, we didn't. But yeah, that was a huge through line through the movie Maxine.
That movie, it just made Satanic Panic seem so dumb to me because it's been happening literally since like the dawn of time, it seems like. But like, yeah, there was like a big satanic panic in like the 70s, right?
Or 80s, something like that. Because they showed real clips from that time in the movie. Like there were actual trials where like musicians were brought to trial because like they thought their music was like spreading a bad message or something. Was that an actual thing that happened or was that acted out?
I mean, the movie was like a mix of like, it did include like some reality, like Night Stalker and stuff. But yeah, but I was telling our mom about how the movie was kind of about satanic panic. And this is what I wanted to bring up was she was saying that someone that she knew back in like the satanic panic days, I guess those people that didn't support anything Procter and Gamble, which have you heard about the company Procter and Gamble? Like they own like so many fucking things. Okay, so I guess some people didn't support Procter and Gamble, which first of all, how would you even do that if they own so many things? But apparently people didn't because I guess if you Google it, like their logo, people thought it like looked like a satanic logo, a satanic
Wait,
symbol.
really?
Or
What?
something.
Isn't it just the P and a G?
Back in the day, like I'll let you just hold and Google it for you so you can see it. This isn't the logo anymore, I don't think, but like I guess that was the logo at one point. It's this guy
a man
in the moon
and stars.
Yeah, and I guess people said that was Satan or something, and like the people that owned it were Satanist, people claimed. So then people didn't support Procter and Gamble.
Wait, is any of this like, was any of it substantiated? Like, is that imagery originated from satanic movements or something?
That's the thing. I haven't done any research.
But they had to change their logo then because of all the hate?
Well, maybe they did because the logo isn't that anymore.
I thought it was just a P and a G, but am I thinking of something else?
Oh no, because when I Googled Procter and Gamble, that is their logo now. What I think about Satanism at this point is, if I'm being completely honest, it doesn't really scale me because I don't really think there's any like power in it. If someone actually was like, I love Satan, like there's nothing really to be afraid of.
Yeah, especially like in the day, like right now we're filming this in the day, so it's like, oh yeah, but if I was like alone at 3 a.m. and someone said Satan, I'd be like, oh my God, and I would like be scared I would get possessed. But I get what you mean. Like I get why it scares people because some people are like, imagine like that's how they are all the time. They're always just like, oh my God, Satan's around me. And like all these people are some people are part of this. They have this upbringing where like, they always are saying like Satan will tempt you and like so I would get like that'd be hard to break away from.
Yeah, watching these movies and stuff, like there's some like people out like that in movies. So I'm assuming people
I'm
like
that
that
one
in real
girl
life.
from Wife Swap, the dark-sided girl. She was like, it's dark-sided because like she went to the astrologist house. She swapped houses with an astrologist wife. And then I remember also I think the husband of the astrology wife was like a psychic and like she full on had a breakdown because like, yeah, she thought it was satanic.
Yeah, so for those people, it does make sense. The whole Satan thing just seems like dumb and stuff, but I feel like everyone is kind of scared because it is like, what if like Satan actually did like burn everyone down?
Yeah, I feel like even if somebody claims they're an atheist, like 3 a.m. they're driving down a gravel road, they're scared Satan's gonna pop out. And like, yeah, they would be so scared if it was on the news. Satan's back, guys. Like that would be so scary. What would you actually do if you woke up and on Twitter everyone was like, Satan's back? Like I don't know why I'm saying back. Like I don't know if he ever was even here, but like they're like, he came to Earth.
But the thing about it
Lucifer.
is that don't people already think Satan's on Earth in these people, you know? Like don't people think
true.
like Satan is on Earth through like gay people even?
Yeah,
some
that's
people
true.
would think that, you know?
That's very true. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT said, which is going to be our fact checker for this podcast, just so you guys know. Like we don't have an intern or anything, so like whenever we need something fact checked, just go on to ChatGPT, you know? We'll believe everything it says 100%. Okay. The rumors about Procter & Gamble being associated with Satanism were entirely unfounded. These allegations originated in the 1980s, 1990s, fueled by the company's Old Moon and Stars logo.
That's why I assumed when people say things are Satanist, I feel like I didn't even have to Google it because I just assumed like, oh, it just made it up.
I didn't think the actual company heads were
but the
satanic.
founders were or something?
No, I just thought maybe the imagery was like, like maybe they just
okay.
were like, oh, this looks cool, like a spooky thing, and then they didn't know it like originated from like some satanic thing from the 1600s or something.
Yeah.
Okay. The company has also been targeted because rumors of the people. Oh yeah, so they took legal action against the people who spread the false claims. I'm gonna ask it, why did the logo look like that though?
I just thought about one of the reasons why I think people getting so scared of Satanism is actually like so dumb. I think the main reason in my brain, if I really meditate on it, is the Salem witch trials.
Oh yeah.
Like people were literally killing women because they thought they were like witches and AKA the devil.
I know.
Then I feel like that is what makes me think it's so dumb. And there's like other topics like this. Well, I just think it's dumb because it's led to so much like hate to just like to people that aren't evil, you know?
I do want to travel to Salem in like the Halloween months.
Oh no, I want to go too.
And then we got to do a bro show from there. Get that old witch energy. Let them speak through the podcast.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go to Salem for a while. What did ChatGPT say about the logo though?
It said the logo was created in the 1850s. It was to symbolize the company's heritage and commitment to quality. The man in the moon and the stars was meant to represent the company's growth. The 13 stars were referencing the original 13 American colonies. It had no hidden connections to Satanism.
So now I'm thinking if we're branching out. Now this isn't completely true with every brand, but you know how when you look at logos, they all look boring?
True.
Is it because these new brands and brands that are even old from like the early 1900s, they've made their logo so basic over the years because they're scared of people claiming it's satanic? So let's think about like, let's just say like the brand Nike, like back in the 60s, they had this cool ass logo with all these shapes and stuff. Now it just is a check, you know? But I wonder if part of the reason of these brands having boring ass logos is because they don't want to be called out and say it's Satanist or something. I just want to do a little point about chips are better than bread. So like when you're at a restaurant and they give you bread, like that's cool. Oh, like,
it's like, oh, fun.
Put bread in it. But getting chips is way better than getting bread. Yeah, well, what's your stance?
That
though? It sounds like you're opposed.
Well, I think you're thinking of this because we went to a Mexican restaurant this past weekend. But I feel like we went there around 8 o'clock, so it was a little bit past dinner time, you know? So I feel like when I sat down, I ate so many chips that now thinking of chips, I'm disgusted.
I just feel like bread is it just is bread.
I know,
but
that actually
chips,
is
like,
dumb.
I guess this is what's missing, actually. If the bread had like a hummus, okay. Well,
yeah.
When you go to these restaurants, they aren't just giving you chips. They're giving you chips and salsa. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I just found out the reason. The reason is because they're giving you two. At a bread restaurant, they're just giving you bread. And butter, but butter's just gross.
Oh, yeah, but I just realized, why am I even eating this bread at restaurants? Because, like, for chips and dip, I would eat that in my day-to-day life. I'd be, oh my gosh, scooping it, chewing it, you know? Loving it. But bread and butter, like, I would never bring that into my real life. Well, and yes, I'm considering restaurants not real life. But, like, every time I go to one of these bread restaurants, I actually butter up a piece of bread, and it's like, why am I being hypnotized by society? You know what I mean? Why am I trying to fit in?
Well, I've realized as I've gotten older, though, like, I actually love bread. I feel like I'm being, but it's not something that like Oprah says.
Oh, she said, I love bread. Because she was saying like her new diet, you can eat bread, guys. It was for Weight Watchers.
Oh, I just thought about this alternate universe where our podcast was like more slow speaking and stuff. And I pictured us like talking in this like whispery voice and just being so chill.
I love bread.
No, but I feel like I've realized like bread actually is good.
No, I love bread, just not on its own with butter. I want some meat and there's some mayo, some aioli.
I know, I get what you're saying. I feel like the only time that I eat bread by itself is at a restaurant. I'm never just eating bread. Oh my God. Like that's so dumb.
Tea moment.
What?
Didn't Oprah get fired from Weight Watchers recently?
She did?
Yes, it's like Ozempic claims.
Oh, I heard about those Ozempic claims. I didn't know she got fired from Weight Watchers.
I'm pretty sure she did. This might all have been made up. Maybe I had a dream about this, but I'm pretty sure she got dropped.
I didn't even know she was still working, or like still was like an ambassador for Weight Watchers.
Yeah, it always kind of confused me that she worked with Weight Watchers, because Weight Watchers, I'm pretty sure, have these little plastic frozen meals, and then I would read Oprah's books, and she's like all spiritual, saying like, you guys like follow your intuition. Like her books are so like spiritual, like, but I wouldn't picture her to want to be a part of something that like has all this plastic waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like you can say that about a few different like notable people or celebrities. It's really, you realize that it's probably really tough to like stick to a brand.
Yeah,
because
that's
the whole
true.
brand doesn't remind me of Weight Watchers, but then she is a Weight Watchers person. Like to me, it doesn't match.
I feel like when she writes her book, she is in her little artistic, spiritual moment. But at the same time, it's like, yes, I'm a billionaire, but I want another $1 billion more. You know, she's like, I got a lot of money, a lot ain't enough.
So at this point,
Rico Nasty lyric.
I thought she would like own part of Weight Watchers at this point, though. So like, how could she get fired? But she did.
Again, I'm not sure if she did, but I think she did. Well, so that's a bro show fact. Should we start like what like people do where like there's fake news? Like, should we have bro show facts and then like it doesn't always coincide with facts of reality though? Like it's a bro show fact that Oprah was fired from Weight Watchers.
Yeah, I think that we kind of should do that because I feel like we're living in this day and age. It started in like the mid 2010s and it keeps getting stronger of just people being delusional.
No,
like
misinformation.
Yeah, I feel like when I first heard about people being delusional and spreading misinformation, I was like, that sucks. But I feel like at this point, you have to embrace it.
And
so
like, let's
I'm going to embrace
in.
it by making up my own facts. And if people say that's not true, I thought it was true, so it was true for that one moment.
It's a bro show fact.
But I guess what we mean by that is, okay, if you Google it, it's not true, but we both thought it was true. So for that period that we both thought it was true, that still means something.
It's like that was our truth. That was our truth. Wait, they can't decide what our truth is. I'm not gonna let them try to control me.
I play. So Ozempic though.
Oh yeah, we got to get into Ozempic. Was that even a thing last time we did the podcast 2 years ago?
I think it was just starting.
Oh my, you guys, the big Ozempic episode. So we've both been on it for 2 years. That's why we had to lose all the weight. And now that we've lost it, we're back.
I tried to starve myself thin and then I gained all the way back. No, that didn't happen to us.
No, I'm not on Ozempic, but I don't really, I feel like no one's actually on Ozempic. I swear anytime there's a photo of somebody who's kind of skinny, everyone's like, Ozempic queen. It's maybe they just I get people are using it, probably very widespread, but at the same time, people act like every single person's on it. I actually know somebody who went on it. I can't say how I'm affiliated to them, so no one draws conclusions. I know someone's going to find out who they are. No, but they actually said they were on it, and they said they lost a bunch of weight, but they said it was just annoying because I forgot what they said. They said you always felt full or something. Because isn't that the whole thing? You just don't crave food. Remember they said you always felt full, you always felt bloated. And I think they said there was weird digestion things. I don't know if you always are shitting or you don't shit enough, but something weird is happening with digestion.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
I think it slows down your digestion. So say you eat food, I feel like it would stay in your body so your body doesn't get hungry again and it just grosses me out.
And then the food becomes moldy in your stomach.
Keep jabbing yourself if you're doing it.
And if you don't want to, don't do it, okay?
Yeah, you guys, it's up to you. It's an individual decision. And in the bro show community, I don't want anyone fighting anyone if they take it. We accept everyone. Ozempic users, non-Ozempic users. I want this to be a safe space.
What I was going to say is if Ozempic became Ozempic like it is now back in the 70s, that would be so scary. Because back when you see these workout videos and stuff from the 70s, I feel like people were even more toxic back then.
Oh, yeah.
So if it came out back in the 70s, I feel like it actually would be the most toxic thing.
I know, even recently,
even more than it is now.
I want to know, did any bro show listeners take Nutri-Slim, that thing that the Kardashians always promoted? What did that even do? Was it just a laxative? It would be them on the beach being yeah, we get these skinny weights from Nutri-Slim and but is it just a diarrhea med or I just want to know what was even the active ingredient?
Is that the one they promoted more than a decade ago?
Yeah, then more recently it was the Fit Tea, which is just laxative tea, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna assume it just made you shit.
Yeah,
stuff like that. I just can't believe there was full businesses with that.
I know. That does seem like that has died down because now they're just actual Ozempic. But it was funny because when we were in Australia half a year ago, we were watching the news there because we're we want to watch Australian news. And they had a nutrition expert on and they were talking about Ozempic. And they were saying, you guys, you don't have to go on Ozempic. There's all these, they called it Oat-zempic. They said oats are nature's Ozempic. They said berries are nature's Ozempic. And then I've also seen things on Reddit about that recently being you guys, oats does the same thing as Ozempic. But it's does it? I don't get it.
Is it just saying that since it has fiber, it makes you feel full?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I know that people are saying that could be nature's Ozempic.
No, I saw people saying Oat-zempic, and I was thinking I eat oatmeal every day, so I am on Ozempic, I guess.
It's that's why I'm stick thin.
I guess I am on Ozempic.
Oh wait, so we are. We're on oat. Yeah. You guys, let's come out now. We're both on Oat-zempic. I literally had oats today. I have them every day.
Get it. Why can't I why can't I just be eating oatmeal? But now I have to view oatmeal as a pill that I have to take every day.
And it
ruins it.
It's confusing because these nutritionists are saying oats make you lose weight, but then Ice Spice is rapping saying my ass fat because I've been eating them oats. So it's is it giving me a fat ass or is it taking away the fat? There's so much misinformation we've been saying, and I don't know who to believe. The experts or Ice Spice?
Wait, so with oatmeal, I thought when people say it makes my ass fat, I thought people would always mention a protein. So steak or even beans.
Oh yeah, and Saweetie even said crab meat got my ass looking healthy. Crab meat can make your ass big.
Yeah, I never really thought that people would say oatmeal is why someone's thick, because obviously there's not such thing as you eat a food and it goes straight to your ass.
Oh yeah, if that was a thing, everyone would be eating it.
But that's what I'm saying back about the 70s or even back about the early 2000s. I feel there was way more lies, but then again on TikTok there's a bunch of lies too.
Oh, yeah.
People claiming okay guys, if you eat 1 tablespoon of cream cheese, it's gonna go straight to your hips, and your hips are gonna look so good. Like, I just know someone saying that on TikTok right now.
Oh yeah. Did you see Ice Spice stole this TikToker's man recently? It's so funny because I'm like 3 weeks late, but yesterday I actually watched the girl's TikToks. Like she uploaded like 3-minute TikToks, and I watched her whole story time about it.
So like what I like definitely heard about it, but I didn't like hear
So
about
basically
the
there's this
TikToks.
British rapper, and he was dating this British TikToker. And then like I actually was like I wish I would have fully watched now, but I was like watching, but then also like on Twitter, you know? But apparently, yeah, just like the guy said, I'm gonna have to start dating people for publicity or something. And then he got with Ice Spice. And then Ice Spice posted on TikTok like, I took your man and stuff.
Oh, okay. So I saw that thing with like taking your man. The thing about people saying taking your man, it feels like we're living back in like the 1800s. It just makes it feel so, some reason, something about taking someone's man feels so ancient. Like it feels like we're back in the caveman days or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I have to dig into why I think that, but I do kind of feel that.
Yeah, I'm not taking a side. I just want to say I'm not publicly taking a side. First of all, like
I'm not taking a side either. That's just what I think.
I'm assuming these people are all in their mid-20s, but they just gave like high school energy. So I'm like, who cares if you're, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, and at a certain point, isn't it kind of just like living the rapper illusion that she
Yeah.
portrays? Like, might as well kind of live it.
and
you
it
know?
is sort of like, I guess if you date a rapper, like they're probably going to cheat on you with Ice Spice. It's not just the thing that would happen, I would guess. Like if I was dating a rapper, obviously I'd be like, oh, please don't cheat on me. But when I did find out they cheated on me with Ice Spice, I would be not that shocked. And to give the girl credit, she wasn't that shocked. She even said like, okay, this is why people don't date rappers. Like they always will cheat with Ice Spice. Like, wouldn't that be weird? Like you wake up and you realize you got your man left you for Ice Spice. Like, I feel like I just be like, okay, like I guess I get it, you know?
Yeah.
I'd be like, she's gonna help his music career. Like what would you do?
I guess if that actually happened, like, well, okay, I can't even take it seriously because I feel like if I was dating this rapper, I would like view it as just like a fun joke thing the whole time.
No, but say like you've been dating for a year and like you actually like your heart was on the line. Like you loved him. Like you were in love.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if you actually want to make everyone think that you were a badass and stuff, wouldn't the way to do it is like to release your own rap song and have like the first lyric be like, I hit it, I hit it, I hit it, I hit it first. Yeah, just do a cover of that. Like it just like would be kind of cool.
But I'm pretty sure this song because Ice Spice did a song with this rapper and that's like why he cheated or whatever. But the song that they sing is actually so toxic. I'm pretty sure she's saying, if he's cheating, I'm cheating even more or something like that. Like that's the chorus. It's like, if he's cheating on me, I'm doing it even better. Like, it's just all about like cheating on each other, but like, who's going to cheat better? Like, just love that. Just fun.
Yeah. I mean, it is really fun.
I know. And if I did get cheated on and it was with Ice Spice, I'd obviously be sad, but it would make it have more of a comedic relief. Like if someone cheated on me with anyone who was notable, I feel like it would make it a little bit better. Cause I could always be laughing like I'd be crying, then I'd be like, oh, but at least literally with Ice Spice. I'd be like, oh, that's just cool. Like, even if it was like, I don't even know, like Paula Abdul, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, at least, you know what I mean? At least it was with Paula Abdul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I kind of feel like I'd be happy if it was Paula Abdul.
Yeah, you'd be like,
cool.
Because you would be sad, but then you just picture Paula Abdul's face and you'd be like, oh yeah, it's just all fun and games.
Oh, like, but even like Simon Cowell would be like, that's cool that now it's Simon Cowell.
I'd be like, okay, like, at least I can make a TikTok story time about this, you know?
Yeah.
Simon Cowell stole my man.
It's funny with this whole thing. It's just funny people picking sides because obviously I'm not even that involved in it, but it just seems like a joke. Like that's why I just feel like
it seems like everybody took the British girl's side because I went on Ice Spice's page and all of the comments are Madeline is better. Like we're team Madeline and stuff. But I feel like with Ice Spice it doesn't really matter because she kind of has like this bad bitch persona. She almost gives villain energy. So. Bless ya, you're allergic to the podcast room.
I know.
I'm not kidding. Whenever I noticed this last week too. Once I come down here, my nose starts running. So I think there might be like black mold in this room because we haven't been in here in 2 years.
We need like vacuum.
No. Oh, speaking of TikTok, I finally got in. Oh, bless you. Bless your heart, love. Oh, did snot come out?
Yeah.
It's all better.
It's fine, yeah.
But I've always heard about people talking about these TikTok lives. But since I watched some on TikTok, my TikTok For You page is all lives now. Like I'm finally into the world of these TikTok lives everyone talks about. Like I haven't even seen Jason Nash's yet. You know, he's the one everyone always says he's on there begging for money. But I saw Jeffree Star doing these. I think it's kind of the same thing. Like he's with 4 people live and they like do these challenges where a 3-minute timer starts going down and there's all these tokens that people are donating to both sides. Like you see if Jeffree Star is going to win or the other team. And I never donate, but it's actually fun to watch. Like, but it's addicting because I'm watching one and they say, okay, you guys, like in 2 minutes, we're going to start the countdown. So I'm like, okay, I have to watch this whole live for 2 minutes. And then they start the 3 minutes and I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to watch one of these again, but let me watch the 3 minutes to see who wins. Then they win. And then they say, oh, we're going into a bonus round. Like I never have watched one to the end yet. I've never seen somebody actually win one of these TikTok battles, but it literally is just people donating. People make money from it.
So like we'd be doing a battle and like, okay, it would be like whoever donates gets more donations in the next 2 minutes wins. That's what the challenge
I'm pretty
is, right?
sure they both still get money. So like, so let's say you got 500 tokens donated to you during the battle and I got 200 tokens donated. Like we would both still get our tokens. But I was wondering, like, how much are they even making from this? Because at one point I swear the Jeffree Star one, there was like 100,000 coins that he won. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like people are giving up like their house payments or something to him?
What does a coin equal? Like a cent?
Apparently 100,000 coins is $250.
Oh, it's like each coin would be like half a cent or something?
Yeah, and it's just crazy because Jeffree Star is obviously like loaded. He's just doing it for fun, I feel like.
Yeah, like I've like heard like so much about these, but I haven't seen one yet.
Mm-hmm. But
so
then,
is that what most people do, or do other people do actual lives? You know how like what I mean by actual lives? I just mean like talking about something or something.
Yeah, because since I started watching the lives, it gave me a lot of the battles. But then I got one. It's just a guy taking a shower. It's like adult man taking a shower. And I was like, what is this? And I was like, why is this showing up? And I went to his page. He's a realtor. Like that's probably how he's getting clients.
Wait.
He wasn't showing anything, but he was like in the shower listening to country music. He's like, what's up, guys? And then there's like these cowboy people on there doing TikToks, and it's a whole world. And then I got to the bartender TikToks. And it was so funny because there was a bar that we've been to, and I recognized the bartender, and he was live. And I was thinking, like, next time I go to a bar, like, I better make sure I'm not like wasted while I'm ordering a drink because it's all just live.
No, I feel like we actually do live in a world now where like it's not even delusional to say like, oh, like if I'm at Walmart, what if someone films me doing this? Like that actually could happen. Or like you might be in a live or something. Like
I know
much is being filmed.
You better tip those bartenders good because they're literally the camera set up in the corner and there's like this person didn't even tip.
Okay, someone being a bartender, it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch. But then like if it's live, it adds this thing where it's like, it's cool how it's happening right now.
I know, it actually was fun. Like I was watching it, I was like, this is just fun. You know what I mean? Like to watch it for a minute, then scroll to the next one. It suggests more TikToks, more lives. Like I get why it's big, you know?
So that guy showering, was he talking during it?
That's the thing. It was showing the shower head, the water going down, but he didn't even show his face. He was just talking and there was country music playing. He's like, what's up? Hey, Crystal. Thanks for the roses. Like, and then I was like, I wonder who this is. Like, so I went to his profile and it said realtor. And I was like, oh, like, I get it. Like, maybe somebody will tune in and be like, oh, yeah, like, I watched your shower. Like, I'm selling my house. I'm in your area. Would you be my realtor? You know, I mean, you got to do whatever you can to promote your business nowadays.
Yeah. I know that. I feel like that's what's also crazy nowadays is that like if I was in school, it'd be weird like one of my teachers does TikTok because that's actually a possibility. Like one of your high school teachers like is like doing a TikTok about grading papers or something.
I know.
Like, everyone's an influencer. I've seen TikToks of people like talking about being teachers.
Oh yeah, that would be a possibility.
That's been a thing like for a while though, like live streams, people giving actual money because even on now was a thing. Was that a thing on Justin TV? People donating or no?
Oh, that's the one I used to go on live when I was like 15. But I don't even remember. I don't think I got paid from that. I think it was just literally for fun.
Oh, okay. But this past week we did some ghost hunting. I mean, not really, but we went on this road called Seven Deadly Sisters Road in Nebraska City. We've heard about it so much, and me and a few of our siblings have been on it, but Lucas has never been on it.
Oh yeah, so basically the lore of it all is in the 1800s or 1700s. This dad.
Yeah, so it was like the late 1800s, supposedly.
Yeah, there's no records of this, so it's probably just an urban legend. But this dad, I guess, hung all of his 7 daughters or something. And it's this hilly road where there's 7 hills. Apparently, every top of each hill, there was a different person hung. That's why it's called the 7 Deadly Sisters.
Yeah, it was 7 Sisters Road, one of those.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that makes it an urban legend, is that there's multiple stories. There's one about a dad killing his 7 daughters, and then there's also one about a brother killing his 7 sisters. And there's probably other versions of the story too.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, we drove down it, and I was just scared because it was dark and it was night, and there was a gravel road.
So yeah, I feel like if you're driving on a road at night, okay. But driving on a gravel road at night, that's just scary no matter what. No, maybe not a gravel road, just driving on a road that's in a remote area at night is just scary.
And it had recently rained, so the road was muddy. And my biggest fear was we were going to get stuck. And then some crazy farmer was going to come, bring us to his dungeon, and it would be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also I feel like our anxiety was heightened because we drove through the town, and we think we saw someone swinging around a pistol. But you said it was probably a BB gun, because there's BB guns that look like a pistol. But we went into this McDonald's parking lot, and there was just some teen guy like swinging around a gun, and we were like, what? Like, what's going on?
It sounded like he shot it, and I could hear like a ding ding. And like, I've like in certain parts of the world, like BB guns are actually a thing. Like people use them as like, hey, this sounds weird, but people kind of use them as toys, it seems like.
Because he was shooting it like at his friend's car. But yeah, it didn't make a loud noise, so that's why we weren't that scared. But when I first saw I literally thought it was an actual pistol. I was like, what? But we weren't that scared because afterwards, after we drove through the 7 Deadly Road or whatever, we went back to the McDonald's to get ice cream. So we obviously weren't that scared of the gun.
Yeah, but just driving on a remote road at night is so scary. And then the only scary thing that did happen, which I didn't see it happen, but a brother said it happened. So you know how vehicles nowadays they light up when there's something beside it, when there's a car beside it, so you know that you can switch lanes. Mm-hmm. I guess the side view mirror went off for 2 seconds. He said.
Oh my God! So there was a little energy there.
I don't know. I mean, that isn't really a ghost, but that is weird that did happen.
Honestly, I was terrified just because I was looking out the window, and it was like the car lights lighting up this dirt road with all this mud and everything, and it was pitch black, and I was like, this just seems like we're in a nightmare. And I was just so scared. I was scared, of the real life farmers. Sorry, farmers, but I was just scared one of you guys was a murderer.
I was just scared of so much stuff. It actually wasn't even fun because we were just doing it to have fun. We actually weren't even like trying to be like, oh, let's see if we can see a ghost. But then it ended up just not even really being fun, just a bunch of paranoia going through my veins.
I know. I was literally so scared. So we got what we wanted at least. We got the thrill.
It's like, honestly, it was scarier than paying $30 to go to a haunted house during Halloween.
Mm-hmm. But it seems like that's more of a small town thing, having these urban legends. Because where we grew up, there also was an urban legend. There was this graveyard. And first of all, people called that graveyard the glowing graveyard because people said the tombstones glowed at night.
Yeah.
And then right next to that graveyard, there was a bridge. And people claimed that, again, there was no records of this. So it's basically just an urban legend. They claimed that a bus went over the bridge and collapsed. And this whole school died and all the teachers. And they said if you drive over the bridge and put baby powder on your car, their handprints will show up. I never went as far to put baby powder on my car, but in high school, like we'd always drive on the bridge and like shut off the car and be like, oh my God, and then like speed off.
No, yeah, I feel like it's definitely a thing because I remember that too. Like in these like smaller towns or maybe even like even just like a neighborhood. It seems like those are the types of places where they have like these like scary like stories, urban legends type things of like, did you know like 70 years ago like someone got murdered in this house in your neighborhood? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, it seems like that's where like those stories are like breeding in those smaller towns.
Let's hope these are all fake because can you imagine if you were a kid and you died on a school bus and now you're just stuck on this bridge for the rest of your life and the only thing you got to do is once a month when someone puts baby powder on their car, you put a handprint on? I'd be like, bitch, I'm bored. Like, where's the afterlife? I'm still stuck on this bridge. Like, that's why I kind of don't believe in ghosts. Because it's like, if they're really just creeping around, like, that sucks.
Yeah, I guess maybe it just would be like the spirit of them, but they aren't actually there. I don't even know. But with like that story, like you're talking about of the bridge one, I remember thinking that was so scary when I was little. Like, is that actually true?
I know. A whole school bus died.
Yeah.
But I just feel like since so many billions of people are alive, so many billions of people have already died, there'd be so many souls roaming the earth. I just feel like one of them would have talked to us by now, you know, like at least pulled our hair. Like I haven't even got my hair pulled yet. So you're telling me these billions of ghosts are all just behaving?
Yeah.
Why haven't they tripped us?
Something else.
Why wouldn't they hack the Oscars and just say like dick over the microphone? Like that's why I don't really believe in ghosts.
They can't do that.
But why?
I feel like the thing about ghosts though is I just don't know if I believe this. So there's been billions of people throughout history. What actually are individual? Like, so this kind of goes into ghosts. Like, that's why I don't really know even about any of that, because it's like, how could we all be individual?
But I feel like I'm copy and pasted around the world like thousands and thousands of times. Like I'm kind of a basic person, and there might be like more people who are more niche, like they're only copy and pasted a few times. But I feel like even like Lady Gaga's been like, she's copy and pasted around. Like there's a Lady Gaga in like Kenya.
That would make sense, but like you would never know because I feel like the way that you grow up and like the things that you're around influence you so much. So like,
yeah.
I actually could believe that, but like if you met someone that someone actually proved was a replica of you, even you would be like, I don't know if it is. Just because like
true.
they would be a little bit different, you know?
Because they've done those experiments on twins, identical twins, separating them, and like, aren't they actually so different?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that one twin story or a triplet story. Like they illegally did it.
Yeah, I never actually watched the documentary. I just one time I was getting a haircut and the girl kind of gave me a little summary.
Yeah,
that's kind of a cool thing. I feel like that's why I've watched a lot of documentaries. Like I didn't watch them, but like my hairdresser like kind of told me about it.
Yeah, I know like documentaries have always been a thing, but are we like living in the world of documentaries right now?
Yeah, there's documentaries about everything now.
The Seven Deadly Sisters Road though, like just to like prove that it I mean, I don't know, but it probably is fake because it apparently happened in the late 1800s. Why wouldn't there be any records of it? I thought there'd be newspapers of it or something. So that does kind of make, but then again, it was on the outskirts. What?
There were newspapers in the 1800s, right?
That's what I thought. But then again, it was on the outskirts of Nebraska City. So maybe it was like so secret or something, but
maybe there was a cover up.
Yeah, there could be a lot of things like that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it might just be a cute little urban legend, but it was a little thrill.
Yeah, but then again, like where we're filming this podcast, there might have been 7 sisters that were killed, you know?
Probably. The world's been around for millions of years. Some Neanderthals maybe got murdered here.
Yeah.
That's a very sad R.I.P.
I know.
Is that it then?
I think that's it.
Well, thank you guys for coming along on the roller coaster.
Yeah, this has been a wild episode. I hope it's okay.
I know.
I think we said some bad stuff.
Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on all the platforms you're watching, and thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Bye.